Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. ADA continues to move here to the upside in this potential diagonal pattern. That's still my main thesis, the main structure I'm observing. Potential leading diagonal or even an ending diagonal, that's impossible to say at this stage. Difference between them is that if this move up that started in June is a leading diagonal, it should overall be a great setup later for higher prices and participation in the bull run. That's what I'm leaning to because I believe we're in a bullish market. However, we need to see if ADA can, how long it all takes and everything. In a ending diagonal, we might see another bear market low before any recovery is possible. Okay, so that's, however, something for the future. First of all, we need to see if ADA can actually form the 5-wave move to the upside, targeting round about 85 to 96 cents before the next decision point really occurs. At the moment, the idea is that we have only 3 waves to the upside, so wave 4 and 5 is still to happen. Wave 4 possibly bottomed, might still get one more low. I think that's as clear as it gets here on this chart. Overall, the price is obviously moving still in corrective patterns, as you can see. Very, very boring price action. Not really anything changed in the recent weeks. But for anybody who wanted to get into positions, I mean, the yellow area is there for you. That's the purpose of this yellow support zone, to tell you where support is likely going to be found in the wave 4 pullback. And when it then reverses, it's all about just managing risk. But it's not a great, it's not a great short-term chart. At least we don't really get much clarity from the microstructures, because the probabilities on the smaller time frames are very, very balanced. So it's about being patient, waiting either for a clear short-term setup, but I can tell you that the market has not revealed clearly if the wave 4 bottomed or not. So for me, it's all about, okay, do we get one more low, or is the low already in? But all within an overall bullish structure, which should give us one more high. I think that is really as clear as it gets. You cannot get more clarity with any technical analysis from this chart. Elliott wave already provides it with a great context. And funny story, I had a couple of comments actually in the last few days. People kind of complained that we couldn't really confirm if the correction is over or not. I mean, that comes from a very, very psychological problem, I should say, because it is a problem if you always assume that every chart always gives you the answer. A lot of people who are new to Elliott wave or trading or technical analysis in general think that there's always clarity in a chart. Yeah, well, there isn't. Okay, there isn't. And to be honest, that's the main reason why trading most of the time is waiting time, just waiting for clarity, waiting for a setup. Okay, so the problem is there isn't really a great setup on this chart. I mean, all I can offer here is really this accumulation zone, which worked out, highlighted in yellow. It's basically between 39 cents and 50.8 cents. I mentioned before, we can allow it to come down to 34.5 cents, but I will already probably start to switch bearish below 39 cents. But this is the accumulation zone, you could say, for anybody who wants to look for entries. You can use it, but obviously you have to make your own decisions. I can only share with you in which area a wave 4 is likely going to finish. And we've seen definitely a reaction to that zone. The thing is, obviously, there is still space in the zone, so it could still come down into the region again. But as long as we don't have clear 5 waves into one direction and 3 waves down, let's say 5 waves up, 3 waves down, as indicated by the yellow count, there is no short-term setup. And there is no short-term clarity. We only get short-term clarity on the chart if we get a 5-wave move up and a 3-wave move down. Until then, well, we kind of have clarity, okay? But the clarity is sort of limited because we are in a range. So it's clear that we're in a range, okay? It's also clear that the market hasn't revealed its intentions yet. So I can only encourage everybody to free yourselves from the desire for prediction. It's not always there, the possibilities, the chart doesn't always make it possible to, let's say, clearly predict the next move. I gave you my outlook, another high in wave 5, but in the short term, we have very balanced probabilities, which is a really, really important finding for any trader and investor. that is a valid finding from an analysis that probabilities are not clear. I could make something up for you, it wouldn't help you. Okay, so for the future, I can just encourage anybody to adopt that mindset that, I mean, not every chart is clear. To be honest, most of the time, charts are not clear. When charts are clear, we have a setup. Yeah. It would be too easy if we could say all the time, okay, it's likely in an uptrend, it's likely in a downtrend and everything, and it's doing this and that. No, it's about defining the relevant parameters and then being able to read the chart based on that. So I can only tell you that I need to see 5 waves up to confirm that the wave 4 bottomed. And I can tell you that the third wave needs to reach minimally 59.6 cents. Better would be the 1.38 extension here at 61.2 cents. Then we need a 4 and a 5. And at the time when we have the 3 waves, I can give you a support range for 4. And then wave 5 should reach 64 cents. Yeah, the 1.618 extension. But until we have the 5 waves, it's literally just range movement. And we have also clarity in terms of the support levels are defined, the Fibonacci support levels, and the next upside resistance levels or targets are defined as well. That's really as clear as it gets. For anything else, you need a crystal ball, but obviously you know that doesn't exist. And yeah, Elliott wave already helps us to predict markets, but less so in diagonals, okay? And when Elliott wave tells us it's a diagonal, it basically also tells us we should be a bit more careful maybe and not expect so much clarity or precision on the smallest time frames. And that we use that information to distinguish between quality charts and not so high quality charts. And ADA doesn't really give us much quality on the smaller time frame, okay? And I mean, nothing wrong with trading diagonals, but most people aren't good at that because these charts, they change often, you know, and we need to let the trades a little bit more space, or you're just adding your own system to it, which you can do, of course, as well, right? Okay, that's my update about ADA. So it's still waiting, being patient, waiting for clarity here on this chart. Could even turn into a triangle. I mean, that's another possibility. You know, I can give you probably 5 to 6 counts, but it's pointless. So it's all about, I show you what needs to happen to give us 5 waves, and then we take it from there. Until then, support levels are defined. You can trade the range if you're a range trader. Not everybody is. So yeah, that's my update about ADA. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.